guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It is not a date or time specific reading. Whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it may be your message at that time. But it is a general reading, so it won't resonate for everyone. Always best to just take what does speak to you and leave the rest. Here we go, guys. We did just, though, I like to let you know where we stand, cosmically speaking. We did just come through the new moon in Sagittarius, big, powerful new moon. And 5 minutes after that, Jupiter stationed direct in Pisces, but soon to move back into air or back to Aries and continue on his way. So we will be feeling a decidedly different thrust once we, and I'm using that word on purpose, once we get into 2023. The first half of that year, it feels like it's going to be powerful and fast moving. I kind of liken it to Indiana Jones Boulder kind of energy. It's something, it's a momentum that builds and builds and builds. So we want to be prepared for that. So lest it kind of steamroll over us, if you know what I mean. So I just wanted to make you aware of those facts. Yeah, let's see where we go with this. I've got the Cosmic Journey Oracle, so I'm going to keep things light and cheerful. I am feeling very uplifted by the Sagittarian energy. So let's see what comes through. We've got, thus one journeys to the stars, card 28. 2 and 8 is 10. 10s are about completion, cycles closing out, new cycles beginning. I love this. Card 16. How can this be a wonderful win-win-win? Oh, you heard my little boy. That is Leo. Leo, meet Leo. You can come on up. Yeah, you got a lot to say. You can come on up over here. Yeah, I knew you were going to go. So this win-win-win energy that's coming through kind of feels like the Six of Wands to me, where there's something that, you know, you may be closing out one cycle. You're paying attention to the signs and synchronicities that have been presenting themselves to you, and you're looking for, thank you. I know. I love you too. Oh, he's so sweet. He came to see you, Leo. Yeah, we kind of have to pay attention to when something closes out and before we begin the next cycle, where are we operating in a way that feels balanced, that feels fair, that feels like we might have a win-win outcome. That to me, like I said, is the Six of Wands. We're making peace, that wreath of peace on one of the wands, and it sort of emulates the foliage that we see on the World card, which is also about closing out cycles. So that's what I'm getting from all that oracle. I know, I see and I hear. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into your reading here, Leo. See what's coming through for your connection. If you're new to the channel, welcome, Hanged Man. Yeah, it's nice to have you join us. If you enjoy the reading, I hope you consider joining us here by subscribing. And for those who are returning, all my love. Let's see what we've got here. Powerful shift for you, Leo, and I've been seeing this in some of your readings lately, a lot of major arcana. We've got 2 here. And it's interesting. It's like there's a temporary standstill with the Hanged Man. It's not permanent. It's kind of by design, and it's something that we understand that we need to kind of pull back on the reins a bit, wait for some enlightenment here. You see the orb, the nimbus around his head. There may be something that we need to kind of sacrifice or surrender to, but most of all, it's coming through as a temporary delay. And the challenge here is with the Justice card, because something's out of balance. There's some degree that, you know, something that isn't a win-win right now, and we kind of have to sort that out first. So it may call on us, and if I'm not mistaken, in the morning musing, yeah, we had the Hangman in the outcome position, and it, you know, or the what you can do about it or expect to come of it position. And in the little morning musings that I do for the signs that I'm going to read for later that day, that card was prominent, and here it is right now. So for those of you in the channel membership, you're getting extra confirmation about what I said about that Hanged Man. You may need to look at things from a different perspective or with fresh eyes to find out where the imbalance is and what needs to kind of be set right, where there needs to be accountability, and it could be on your end, it could be on their end, underneath. Oh my gosh, yes, 5 of Cups. That's kind of looking in the rearview mirror with, you know, disappointment and unhappiness, but not just that. It's about regrets and mistakes and things that we look back at with some degree of sorrow. So I kind of see that as something that we're clearing out in the past. Yes, another 5. 5s have been prominent here. I'm just double checking because in the morning musing we had the 5 of Swords, we had the 7 of Wands, we had the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. So there we go. So this energy that's coming through for you here, Leo, is about conflict, things being unsettled, in a state of change. And because we led with 2 major arcana, that's confirmation that this is a big deal. Something's shifting, and we're in this weird phase, feels like being in the Matrix with that Hanged Man and the Justice card on top of it. Yes. And in our conscious awareness, we know that we need some kind of communication. There may be something that has to be speaking truth to power or whatever it is. There's just this need for some kind of back and forth and exchange of energy. Page of Wands, maybe some good news or somebody sort of striking that match and taking the first step to initiate that communication. Page of Wands is often pages are messengers. And then Spirit's message to you, 10 of Wands. Very interesting because this is telling you you've carried this long enough. It's time to offload it. It's time to release some negative karma or negative energy or something that's been weighing on you. In the hidden energies here, Leo, we've got the Empress. So whoever it is that you're dealing with or here to watch for or about, the energy is one of unconditional love. This is beautiful, divine, feminine energy, very creative, but also very receptive. So there's some kind of energy here that's coming through in the hidden energies that feels very warm and familiar. In your hopes and or fears, we have the Hierophant. So possibly looking at it is a theme around commitment, but that's not what's coming through. What's coming through is being true to yourself. And how can you be true to yourself and still uphold your commitments? If that makes sense. Because I'm seeing some conflict, I'm seeing some regrets, I'm seeing a need to talk something through, and maybe through fresh eyes or with a fresh outlook or perspective to restore the balance here. And in the future, we've got the outcome position as the King of Pentacles. That is a masculine archetype of a life partner, someone who shows up for you, who has your back, etc. So, and that can be around commitment. So we will see what the clarifiers have to say. Hanged Man and Justice. 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is interesting here. It's underneath the deck, so it's not the predominant energy, but it feels to me like you're waiting for something to clear. There's this difficult, painful closure of something. Maybe the 6 of Swords is what will restore the balance. 6s are about balance. And I almost feel like you're kind of, like I said, in the Matrix, waiting for this energy to clear, waiting to be able to move to calmer waters where you can find some measure of balance and integration of everything that's gone on. Queen of Wands underneath. Yeah, it can be your own energy. It can be Leo energy. It is fire. And it can be about getting your power back. And it feels almost as if it's an afterthought. It's not running the show. 5 of Cups. There you are, Leo. The sun, the world. Wow. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I know. I know. You got your fish? He's got this little fish toy and he wants me to play. So see, with the world and the sun together here, we've got optimism, we've got shifting out of a difficult cycle, but there's something that's kind of gnawing at us. In the 9 of Swords, in the unconscious awareness position, it's kind of like saying there's something that's running on a loop. It's hard for you to focus on anything else. You may be looking into the past with some measure of disappointment. Even just, it feels just very melancholy as you move into a new cycle or you contemplate a new cycle. And maybe it's something that won't let you rest. There's something that needs to be closed out here. We do have the 10, hi sweetheart, we do have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. So that's about closure and closing out difficult cycles and sort of moving towards this new hopeful future. And it could just be that you don't have the closure you were looking for. That's very possible because we do have the how can this be a wonderful win-win. I don't think we've gotten there yet. We're still kind of trying to find our footing, get the balance, make peace with the past on some level. 5 of Wands in the past. Chariot. There's the Empress again. There's the 6 of Wands. Wow, that's exactly what I'm talking about here. Notice how that wreath mimics the wreath on the World card. Yeah. I got this. I know I'm getting emotional. I got the message before the cards even came out, but I knew what was coming, and I'm feeling like there's some kind of peace that needs to be made here. After a lot of struggle and tumult, there has to be victory. We have to be able to move forward with love, with almost the ability to receive the opportunity to move forward, receive the opportunity to move forward triumphantly. This can be a triumphant homecoming. It can be where all of a sudden you say, you know, we don't need to duke this out anymore. We can make peace. We can meet in the middle. We can have that beautiful moment of, the win-win outcome, and where both people feel valued, where both people feel heard, where both people feel validated. And so therefore you kind of can leave this, all this five of Wands, 5 of Cups in the rear view mirror. That's really important. I feel like there's been this conflict about letting go of the conflict, letting go of the things that have not brought any sense of stability or certainty, where you've always been kind of up in the air. And now in your conscious awareness, it's something that may need to be talked through. Yes. With the past life soulmate, 6 of Cups, to bring back some emotional balance and comfort, to receive and offer messages from the heart, Page of Cups, something sincere, apologies if necessary, right? As I said that, I pulled the Tower for things that weren't sustainable in the past, or things that kind of pulled the rug out from under us. I'm just going to say it, Leo, because I know of all the signs that I read for, you kind of get me. That sounds crazy, but you always do. And I'm feeling that there comes this moment where you say, I don't need to rage against the machine anymore. I love you. For better, for worse, whatever's gone, whatever waters have flown under the bridge, I love you, I care about you, but we've got to resolve this instability, whether it was, sustainable at the time or not, whether it left a mark or it didn't leave a mark, right? Because I see some sadness and disappointment and hurt feelings and painful endings and all of that, and Spirit's telling you time to let it go. And I see you saying, yeah, if we could just talk it out and get some closure and come from our hearts with some measure of sincerity, then maybe the balance will be restored, the fairness will be restored. Yeah. Page of Wands. Y'all get me emotional, Leo, you do. There's the King of Pentacles again. We're moving very slowly here with this Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and we've got 2 pages. So this is fresh start energy. And I almost feel like whoever this King of Pentacles is coming towards you. Could be you going toward your person. So as always, if you need to reverse it, that's fine. That happens, especially if you're a cross watcher. Sometimes you need to reverse the energies, not always. But I feel like what's ever happening with this King of Pentacles, either moving toward them or them moving toward you, it's happening very deliberately. And there's a little bit of this Page of Swords to me is coming through as the I Spy. Like, let me see what's going on. Let me make sure that I'm clear about where this person stands, because there's all this optimism with the Page of Wands, and it feels like fresh start energy and some kind of initiation, albeit small, right? The pages are not as evolved as the knights, not as evolved as the king and queens. You get where I'm going. But then we see, oh, certainty. I'm very clear about the path I'm traveling. I'm moving forward with intention and purpose. And what we get on the other side of that is this King of Pentacles, is somebody who's very clear about the future and what they want and their stability, and making that offer from a position of stability with something to present that's tangible, that you can count on. I hope that one made sense, because what I'm feeling is kind of coming through a little cryptic here. Let's look at the Ten of Wands. From Spirit, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Right, the stability is exactly. And okay, so be careful. Do not toy with this. Well, should I release this? Should I not release this? Don't do that, because there's something potentially coming towards you that's very stable, very grounded, with an eye to the future. It can be about life partnership, absolutely, the Ten of Pentacles is, but it can also be about just your own focus on your future and what brings you a sense of stability and the ground under your feet. And this little Two of Pentacles is kind of like, I don't know, I'm torn. Should I release this? Should I let it go? Is there something more that's coming in for me? Well, it's not going to come in for you unless or until you release all this unstable energy. Five of Cups, Five of Wands, the Tower, right? The Ten of Swords, all that energy, the worry of the Nine of Swords even. Spirit's saying, don't toy with it. Let it go. Close that chapter. Find the closure you need, because something more powerful, more stable, more abundant is potentially coming your way. So let's see in the Hope Sandor. And when I'm talking about that, I'm not saying you have to let go of a person. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the energies that have kind of been haunting you, okay? And I've been feeling that Indiana Jones boulder energy that I spoke of, because it's something that sort of kind of comes up and it builds and it builds. And if we don't deal with it head on, it rolls over us and flattens us. And I kind of feel like you don't want to be caught in that scenario, because been there, done that, have the t-shirt. It's your opportunity now to face it head on, to clear it all, right? Clear the karma, clear the negative energy, and then what it is you wanted to begin with can find its way to you. Whoo, girl. Okay. Empress. Beautiful. Just gorgeous. Okay, so your person here in the hidden energies could be this King of Pentacles. They know that they're trying to come up with creative solutions to a problem here between the two of you. So this person is aware of who you are to them. They're aware of your beautiful energy. They're aware of your unconditional love. And they know that they've got to kind of focus on it and work on it and develop it. And they're trying to find their way back. They're trying to find a way to fix, operative word for the Eight of Pentacles, whatever, all this unstable energy. And they just have to take the first step. The Page of Pentacles underneath suggests to me that it's kind of a new environment for this person, or they're learning as they go and grow, and they just kind of have to take that first step. It's coming from under the deck, so that means it's in the recesses of their mind. Now you, in your hopes and or fears, have the Hierophant, Seven of Wands, King of Wands, Eight of Swords. Yeah, I felt the Seven of Wands this morning too. Yeah, on the Six of Wands. Oh my gosh, okay. We had the Nine of Swords. We had all the same cards pretty much. So I think your fear is that your person is going to resist acting on their impulse, right? And there's all this stuck energy. So in that case, the Hierophant really is a challenge, because it means that you kind of have to hold firm to your beliefs around conventional committed relationship, to your beliefs about who you are at your core. It's kind of coming through as your higher self. And in the face of all of this fear of resistance on the part of your person, of them not taking action, of them remaining unavailable to you, there's a tendency to overthink things and to get stuck and to get kind of caught and trapped in your own inner monologue. So I'm going to say lead with your hope. And your hope is that you are strong enough and solid enough in your own beliefs and what you know, and holding true to yourself enough that you're not going to let the fear that you have about this person's resistance hold you hostage. Right? You don't want your own fear of what somebody else is or isn't going to do hold you hostage. That is not living. So let's see the King of Pentacles going forward. Yes, there's the Emperor. Page of Wands again, and the Five of Pentacles. So this person, I'm getting the impression, because we have the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords together in the near future, and then how this person moves very methodically and deliberately after that. But to me, the two pages are kind of coming in as fresh energy, scoping out the situation, wanting to kind of kick something off in a lighthearted way, but then be very deliberate about how they move forward. And here we have that Page of Wands again. So we've got the seriousness and the determined energy of the King of Pentacles and the Emperor. Same person. Very confident, very decisive. And the Page of Wands is that positive, uplifting, initiator energy that I see underneath. However, we have the Five of Pentacles. I think it's coming through reversed, meaning that this person feels more solid now, more stable now, more grounded now. The Five of Pentacles in reverse is the opposite of that feeling of insecurity. It's like, no, I'm not out in the cold. I'm not lost in the woods. I'm not going to allow any concerns about rejection, or I'm not wallowing in energies of instability and abandonment. No, I know who I am. I know what I want. I know what I have to do. And I'm just going to reach out. I'm just going to, light the fuse and see where it takes me. I guess I shouldn't have said fuse. Match is a better word. We're not looking for another tower explosion. We're looking for some initiation energy, initiator energy of this Page of Wands, something that just kicks something off, even in a small way. So that's what I see. Now, before I tell you the astrology coming through, there is, as always, an extended to this, and I'm really just going to do it from your person's point of view. So we're going to look at this Emperor, King of Pentacles person. We're going to find out how they're showing up, what's their present energy, how do they see this situation at this point, what are their feelings towards you, what are their intentions towards you in the relationship going forward. I'll get another card from Spirit with some advice or guidance for all that comes through, and I close out with some oracles. So they're pretty comprehensive extendeds. Here's what shows up. Pisces and the Hangman. Libra is Justice. Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sun is Leo, that's your energy there. World is Aquarius and Capricorn. The Chariot is Cancerian energy. The Empress is out twice. That's Taurus and Libra, a card of Venus. We have the Tower is Aries. We've got the King of Pentacles out twice, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Hierophant is Taurus, and Emperor is Aries. So powerful reading. Let's see what's going on with this Emperor. The link's below. I'll see you there. Otherwise, bye for now.